Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, wilderness, and childbirth, has long been revered in Greek mythology for her protective and nurturing nature. However, there are those who question whether she truly brings good or evil. One of the most notable aspects of Artemis's character is her fierce protection of the things she holds dear. She is often depicted as a guardian of nature, animals, and young children, and is known for her strong sense of justice and fairness. Many people view her as a symbol of purity and strength, and believe that she brings only good to the world. However, there are also those who see Artemis in a different light. Some claim that she is a plague bringer, causing harm to nature, children, women, and animals instead of protecting them. These individuals point to various myths and legends that depict Artemis as a vengeful and destructive force, and argue that her actions have caused suffering and chaos. One of the most well-known myths that raises questions about Artemis's true nature is the story of Actaeon. According to the myth, Actaeon, a young hunter, stumbled upon Artemis while she was bathing in a secluded pool. Upon seeing him, Artemis became enraged and turned him into a stag, which ultimately led to his death at the hands of his own hunting dogs. This story is often cited as evidence of Artemis's cruel and vengeful nature, as she punished Actaeon for a seemingly innocent mistake. Another myth that has sparked debate about Artemis's character is the tale of Kalisto. In this story, Kalisto, a nymph and devoted follower of Artemis, is seduced by Zeus and ultimately transformed into a bear. When Kalisto's son, Arcas, unknowingly encounters his mother in bear form, he is about to kill her, but Zeus intervenes and turns both Kalisto and Arcas into the constellations Ursa Major and Ursa Minor. Some interpret this myth as evidence of Artemis's vindictiveness, as she allows Kalisto to suffer for a transgression that was not her fault. In addition to these myths, there are also other stories that cast doubt on Artemis's benevolence. For example, in the myth of Niobe, Artemis and her twin brother Apollo are said to have slaughtered Niobe's children in response to her boastful pride. While this action can be seen as a means of restoring balance and punishing arrogance, it also raises questions about the lengths to which Artemis is willing to go in order to uphold her sense of justice. Despite these conflicting interpretations, many scholars and followers of Greek mythology continue to view Artemis as a force for good. They argue that her actions are guided by a sense of duty and responsibility, and that she ultimately seeks to protect and nurture the things she holds dear. In this view, Artemis's occasional displays of wrath and retribution are seen as necessary for maintaining order and harmony in the world. Ultimately, the question of whether Artemis brings good or evil is a complex and nuanced one. While some see her as a benevolent and caring deity, others view her as a vengeful and destructive force. Whether Artemis is ultimately good or evil may depend on one's perspective and interpretation of her actions. Nevertheless, her enduring presence in Greek mythology continues to inspire debate and reflection on the nature of divine beings and their impact on the world.